Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Shri Radhe. Jayo Panchatattva, Jayo Panchatattva, Jayo Panchatattva, Jayo Panchatattva. Jayo Gauranitai, Jayo Gauranitai, Jayo Gauranitai, Jayo Gauranitai. Jayo Jayo Prabhupada, 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 Jayo Jayo Prabhupada. Jayo Jayo Prabhupada, 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 Jayo Jayo Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Shri Nam Sankirtan Ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. So we welcome you all to our Sunday Feast program. We welcome our old friend Krishna Prabhu and Aharda Mataji and little Nila. Nila is getting, older now. Welcome Nila, and we also welcome Mataji's good mother as well. Mataji, welcome to our temple. We also welcome Raji, first time today. Welcome to our temple. Then we have Marina Mataji, and where are the two daughters? Sleepover. And we welcome Andrew and Amanda, our two Rishi Munis, sages. So today we'll be talking about Dussehra or Ram Vijay Utsav. Actually, Dussehra is on Tuesday. This is the day when Lord Ram, he killed Ravan, or he destroyed Ravan. Ravan was a great demon with 10 heads, and this whole festival of Dussehra, it is very instructive. The whole life of Ramchandra, Lord Ram, his life is endless ocean of good qualities. We can learn so many things from his lifetime. So today we'll just pick up just one or two drops of that endless ocean, and that describes the Lord Ram killing Ravan. And what do we learn from this pastime? It's not just killing of Ravan, but there are so many things happen in and around that pastimes. So we'll pick up those pastimes, and we'll try to learn few lessons from that. So before we start, we'll do Mangala Charan of HG Radha Mohan. So you can please join me with that one. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanand Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन जमुनातीरावनचारी जमुनातीरावनचारी जमुना जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर वासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। Hare Krishna. So we find the story of Ramayana from a book. Anybody knows which book Ramayana is? Yes? Bhagavad Gita? No. But good try. You tried. Nobody tries here. Any other book you can say? No? So it's a book called Ramayana. This Ram story is there, it's quite in detail. What's your name, beta? What's your name? Advait. Oh, you know Advait? He's from your school? No. He also has one friend called Advait. And also, Raman is also found in Srimad Bhagavatam. In Bhagavatam 9th canto, 10th chapter. There, Sri Sukdev Goswami, he narrates the whole Ramayana in a very summary form. So we'll just pick up the one shloka from the Srimad Bhagavatam, where the whole story is described in a summary form. So Shino, if you can just, on the laptop, go to the Safari and put the shloka there. Just to the Safari, yeah? Go on the first step. That's the one, yeah. This is Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 10, verse 23. Now, generally we do Sanskrit, but this Sanskrit shloka is got a very difficult meter. So I'll just read once and then we can go to the English. So Sanskrit is Evam Kshipan Dhanushi Sanditamutsasarja Banam Savajram Ivatadridayam Bibheda Sosrugvamandashamukher Anyat Patad Vimanad Dahoti jalpati jane sukruti variktaha. Just move up. The translation is, after this, rebuking Ravan, Lord Ramchandra fixed an arrow to his bow, aimed at Ravana, and released the arrow, which pierced Ravana's heart like a thunderbolt. Upon seeing this, Ravana's followers raised a tumultuous sound, crying, "Alas, alas, what has happened? What has happened?" As Ravana, vomiting blood from his 10 mouths, fell from his airplane, just as a pious man falls to earth from the heavenly planets when the results of his pious activities are exhausted. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. In the Bhagavad Gita 9:21, it is said, Krishna punya martya lokam vishanti. When the results of their pious activities are exhausted, those who have enjoyed in the heavenly planets fall again to earth. The fruitive activities of this material world are such that whether one acts piously or impiously, one must remain within the material world according to different conditions, for neither the pious nor impious actions can relieve one from Maya's clutches of repeated birth and death. Somehow or other, Ravan was raised to an exalted position as the king of a great kingdom with all material opulences. But because of his sinful act of kidnapping Mother Sita, all the results of his pious activities were destroyed. If one offends an exalted personality, especially the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one certainly becomes most abominable, bereft of the results of his pious activities. One must fall down like Ravana and other demons. It is therefore advised that one transcend both pious and impious activities and remain in the pure state of freedom from all designations. Sarvapadi vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam. When one is fixed in devotion service, he is above the material platform. On the material platform, there are higher and lower positions, but when one is above the material platform, he is always fixed in a spiritual position. Ravana or those like him may be very powerful and opulent in this material world, but theirs is not a secure position, because after all, they are bound by the results of their karma. Karmana deva naitrena. We should not forget that we are completely dependent on the laws of nature. Prakrite kriyamanani gune karmani sarvashaha ahankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. The bewildered spirit soul, under the influence of the three modes of material nature, thinks himself the doer of activities that are in actuality carried by nature. Bhagavad Gita 3:27. One should not be proud of one's exalted position and act like Ravana, thinking oneself independent of material nature's laws. Hare Krishna. So this is just one shloka where Shukdev Goswami describes how Ravana was killed by Lord Ramchandra. And here the analogy is given that Ravan fell like, when he was dead, he fell like a person who falls from the heavenly planet back to the earth. So nowadays everybody knows the word karma. Everybody knows this word karma. Even in corporate meetings, they use word karma. This is a very, very famous term, karma. And karma, it is nothing but the third law of Newton. Anybody knows third law of Newton? Every action has equal and opposite reaction. Now this is not something that Newton discovered. It was there much before. When Lord Jesus Christ said, you reap what you sell. So what is that right saying? You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. So whatever you sow, that reactions will come. So karma, either good karma or bad karma, you have to have reactions from it. So if you do good karma, if you become very nice, very gentle, you help people, then you are elevated to the heavenly planets, where you have a long life, very strong body, you can enjoy very nicely. And if you do a bad karma, if you harass people, if you're not nice to the people, then you go to the hell, where you suffer a lot. So either you go to hell or heaven. It is not a permanent position. Anybody who goes to heaven, it's not that he is there permanently there. He stays there as long as his pious activities allows. How much good things you have done, that much is allowed to stay there. In modern day analogy, we compare it with holiday. We all go to the holidays. Yeah, where do we go to the holidays? Any favorite place? Stoke-on-Trent? Nobody comes to Stoke-on-Trent for holiday. If we close by, we go to Lake District, go to Scotland, or then people have some more money, they go to some island, Ibiza or whatever, and save some more money, then you go to Caribbean. So whichever place you go to the holiday, for going holiday, what do you need? Money. Yeah? So you earn money, you do some hard work. You work hard and hard, then you get some fund of money. And that money, you go to a travel agent and tell him, I want to enjoy now. Send me to a good holiday destination. So he gives you the menu. So if you go to this place, this is this much money. You go to this place, you got this much money. And you can choose only that holiday destination, that how much your money allows. Yeah. If you only have £100 and you say, I want to go to America for a year's holiday, he says, get lost. £100, nobody goes there. So best we can give you, Water World in Stoke-on-Trent. So however much money you have, that kind of holiday you can have. So the more money you have, the better enjoyment you can have. In karma terms, you have more pious activity, more punya, that much higher destination you can go and you can stay longer. But when you go to the holiday, it is for a week or 3 days or 8 days or a month. And as soon as your holiday duration is over, what do the hotel man says? Sir, it is time to go. When we are there, they are very nice to us. Welcome sir, have a nice, pleasant, stay here. They all treat you very nicely. They put you garland, they give you nice, whatever drink they serve. They're all very nice to you. For how long? Till your holiday, you are authorized to stay there. The day your holiday is over, the next day, they just kick you out. You can't even stay 1 minute more. Similarly, when we do a pious activity, we go to the heavenly planet, but as soon as our pious credit is over, it's like a meter, taximeter. As soon as the meter is over, ting, you have to come down, back to Stoke-on-Trent or whichever place, in earth. So Prabhupada writes in the purport here that higher planet or lower planet, sometimes we are proud of our good karma, but that is also not a permanent position. You have to come down again. So here it is mentioned, Ravana just fell down like a person who has exhausted all his pious activities. So good activities or bad activities, both of them are not good. This is just one point from this purport. Now let's just go very briefly the story of Ramchandra. So probably if you can just go on second tab, yeah. And you can just come down. No, down. And we can all read some. We have to read 23 shlokas. You go. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, first one. Yeah. So we have about 23 shlokas to read. Any volunteers? Anybody like to read? I can give you microphone if that.
Text 1. Shukadev Goswami said, the son of Maharaj Katvanga was Dirgha Bahu. and his son was the celebrated Maharaj Raghu. From Maharaj Raghu came Aja, and from Aja was born the great personality Maharaj Dussehra. Being prayed for by the demigods, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Absolute Truth himself, directly appeared with his expansion and expansions of the expansion. Their holy names were Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, and Shatrughna. These celebrated incarnations thus appeared in 4 forms as the sons of Maharaj Dussehra. O King Parikshit, the transcendental activities of Lord Ramachandra have been described by great saintly persons who have seen the truth. Because you have heard again and again about Lord Ramachandra, the husband of Mother Sita, I shall describe these activities only in brief. Please listen.
To keep the promise of his father intact, Lord Ramachandra immediately gave up the position of king and, accompanied by his wife Mother Sita, wandered from one forest to another on his lotus feet, which were so delicate that they were unable to bear even the touch of Sita's palms. The Lord was also accompanied by Hanuman, or by another monkey, Sugriv, king of the monkeys, and by his own younger brother, Lord Lakshman, both of whom gave him relief from the fatigue of wandering in the forest. Having cut off the nose and ears of Surpanka, thus disfiguring her, the Lord was separated from Mother Sita. He therefore became angry, moving his eyebrows and thus frightening the ocean, who then allowed the Lord to construct a bridge to cross the ocean. Subsequently, the Lord entered the kingdom of Ravan to kill him, like a fire devouring a forest. May that Supreme Lord Ramachandra give us all protection. In the arena of the sacrifice performed by Vishwamitra, Lord Ramachandra, the king of Ayodhya, killed many demons, rakshasas, and uncivilized men who wandered at night in the mode of darkness. May Lord Ramachandra, who killed these demons in the presence of Lakshman, be kind enough to give us protection. O King, the pastimes of Lord Ramachandra were wonderful, like those of a baby elephant. In the assembly where Mother Sita was to choose her husband, in the midst of the heroes of this world, he broke the bow belonging to Lord Shiva. This bow was so heavy that it was carried by 300 men, but Lord Ramachandra bent and strung it and broke it in the middle, just as a baby elephant breaks a stick of sugarcane. Thus the Lord achieved the hand of Mother Sita, who was equally as endowed with transcendental qualities of form, beauty, behavior, age, and nature. Indeed, she was the goddess of fortune who constantly rests on the chest of the Lord. While returning from Sita's home after gaining her at the assembly of competitors, Lord Ramachandra met Parashuram. Although Parashuram was very proud, having rid the earth of the royal order 21 times, he was defeated by the Lord, who appeared to be a Kshatriya of the royal order.
Carrying out the order of his father, who was bound by the promise to his wife, Lord Ramachandra left behind his kingdom, opulence, friends, well-wishers, residence, and everything else, just as a liberated soul gives up his life and went to the forest with Sita. By wandering in the forest, where he accepted a life of hardship, carrying his invincible bow and arrows in his hand, Lord Ramachandra deformed Ravana's sister, who was polluted with lusty desires, by cutting off her nose and ears. He also killed her 14,000 Rakshasa friends, headed by Kara, Trishira, and Dushana. O King Parikshit, when Ravana, who had 10 heads on his shoulders, heard about the beautiful and attractive features of Sita, his mind was agitated by lusty desires, and he went to kidnap her. To distract Lord Ramachandra from his ashrama, Ravana sent Maricha in the form of a golden deer, and when Lord Ramachandra saw that wonderful deer, He left his residence and followed it, and finally killed it with a sharp arrow, just as Lord Shiva killed Daksha.
When Ramachandra entered the forest and Lakshmana was also absent, the worst of the Rakshasas, Ravana kidnapped Sita Devi, the daughter of the king of Videha, just as a tiger sees unprotected sheep when the shepherd is absent. The Lord Ramachandra wandered in the forest with his brother Lakshmana as if very much distressed due to the separation from his wife. Thus he showed by his personal example the condition of a person attached to a woman. Lord Ramachandra, whose lotus feet are worshipped by Lord Brahman and Lord Shiva, had assumed the form of human being. Thus he performed the funeral ceremony of Jatayu, who was killed by Ravana. The Lord then killed the demon named Kabadha, and after making friends with the monkey chiefs, killing Vali, and arranging for the deliverance of Mother Sita, he went to the beach of the ocean. After reaching the beach, Lord Ramachandra fasted for 3 days, awaiting the arrival of ocean personified. When the ocean did not come, the Lord exhibited his pastimes of anger, and simply by his glancing over the ocean, all the living entities within it, including the crocodiles and sharks, were agitated by the fear. Then the personified ocean fearfully approached Lord Ramachandra, taking all paraphernalia to worship him. Falling at the Lord's lotus feet, the personified ocean spoke as follows. O all-pervading Supreme Person, we were dull-minded and did not understand who you are, but now we understand that you are the Supreme Person, the Master of the entire universe, the unchanging and original personality of Godhead. The demigods are infatuated with the mode of goodness, the Prajapatis with the mode of passion, and the Lord of Ghosts with the mode of ignorance. But you are the master of all these qualities.
My lord, you may use my water as you like. Indeed, you may cross it and go to the abode of Ravana, who is the great source of disturbance and crying for the 3 worlds. He is the son of Vishrava, but is condemned like urine. Please go, kill him, and thus regain your wife Sita Devi. O great hero, although my water presents no impediment to your going to Lanka, please construct a bridge over it to spread your transcendental fame. Upon seeing this wonderfully uncommon deed of your lordship, all the great heroes and kings in the future will glorify you. Shukdev Goswami said, after constructing a bridge over the ocean by throwing into the water the peaks of mountains, whose trees and other vegetation had been shaken by the hands of great monkeys, Lord Ramachandra went to Lanka to release Sita Devi from the clutches of Ravana. With the direction and help of Vibhishan, Ravana's brother, the Lord, along with the monkey soldiers, headed by Sugriva, Neela and Hanuman, entered Ravana's kingdom, Lanka, which had previously been burnt by Hanuman. After entering Lanka, the monkey soldiers, led by chiefs like Sugriva, Neela and Hanuman, occupied all the sporting houses, granaries, treasuries, palace doorways, city gates, assembly houses, palace frontages, and even the resting houses of the pigeons. When the city's crossroads, platforms, flags, and golden water pots on its domes were all destroyed, the entire city of Lanka appeared like a river disturbed by a herd of elephants. When Ravana, the master of the Rakshasas, saw the disturbances created by the monkey soldiers, he called for Nikumba, Kumbha, Dhumraksha, Durmukha, Surantaka, Narantaka, and other Rakshasas, and also his son Indrajit. Thereafter he called for Prahastha, Atikaya, Vikampana, and finally Kumbhakarna. Then he induced all his followers to fight against the enemies.
Lord Ramachandra is surrounded by Lakshmana and monkey soldiers like Sugriva, Hanuman, Gandhamada, Nila, Angada, Jambavan, and Panasa attacked the soldiers of the Rakshasas, who were fully equipped with various invincible weapons like swords, lances, bows, prashas, rashtis, sakti, arrows, khargas, and tomaras. Angada and the other commanders of the soldiers of Ramachandra faced the elephants, infantry, horses, and chariots of the enemy and hurled against them big trees, mountain peaks, clubs, and arrows. Thus, the soldiers of Lord Ramachandra killed Ravana's soldiers, who had lost all good fortune because Ravana had been condemned by the anger of Mother Sita. Thereafter, when Ravana, the king of the Rakshas, observed that his soldiers had been lost, he was extremely angry. Thus, he mounted his airplane, which was decorated with flowers, and proceeded toward Lord Ramachandra, who sat on the effulgent chariot brought by Mathali, the chariot driver of Indra. Then Ravana struck Lord Ramachandra with sharp arrows. Lord Ramachandra said to Ravana, "You are the most abominable of the man-eaters. Indeed, you are like their stool. You resemble a dog, for as a dog steals eatables from the kitchen in the absence of the householder. In my absence, you kidnapped my wife Sita Devi. Therefore, as Yamraj punishes sinful men, I shall also punish you. You are most abominable, sinful, and shameless. Today, therefore, I, who attempt never fails, shall punish you."
After this rebuking Ravana, Lord Ramachandra fixed an arrow to his bow, aimed at Ravana, and released the arrow, which pierced Ravana's head like a thunderbolt. Upon seeing this, Ravana flowers raised the thunderous sound, crying, "Alas, alas, what has happened? What has happened?" As Ravana, vomiting blood from his 10 months, fell from his airplane. Just a furious man fast to earth from the heavenly plan, and when the result of his previous activities are exhausted.
Thank you everyone for reading. So this is just a brief summary of Ramayana, how Lord Ramchandra appeared in the family of Dashrath Maharaj, and how Sita, the wife of Ramchandra, was kidnapped by Ravan. How Ramchandra rescued Sita Devi. There are devotees of Ram, their whole life are spent, hearing and glorifying the pastimes of Lord Ramchandra. Their whole life, day and night, hours and hours, they just talk about Lord Ramchandra. So Lord Ramchandra's pastimes, as we discussed earlier, is like an endless ocean. An ocean which has no shores or no bottom. You can go as deep as you want, and you can go as far as you want. So today we have just 1 hour, even less than that. So we'll just dive into some drops of this ocean and understand what lesson we can learn, of this pastime of Ram killing Ravan. So everybody knows story of Ramayana, that Sita, she and Ramchandra and Lakshman, they were in forest. Then Ram kidnapped Sita, and then Ram, with the help of monkey army headed by Sugriv, they attacked Lanka, and then eventually Ravan was killed. This is the story. Now in this story, every moment, every pastime has got so much to learn from. So we'll just pick up one pastime. So the scene is that Ram has built a bridge across Lanka, and Ram is about to attack Lanka. And Ravan had one brother called Vibhishan. Now Vibhishan, he was a devotee of Ram. Again, from this one character Vibhishan, we can, for the rest of our life, we can just discuss about Vibhishan. And still, we won't be able to finish his glories. In the whole kingdom of Lanka, there was not a single devotee. Everybody was a demon. They were also loyal to Ravan. Nobody could even chant the name of Ram. But here Vibhishan, in the midst of the most dangerous place called Lanka, he is practicing his bhakti. And he had his life always threatened, it is always under threat. But he will still carry on, his devotion to Ram. So there is one nice funny story, it's like we all like to decorate our house, how we have a paint, we have wallpapers and we have curtains. So Vibhishan also wanted to decorate his house. So he just wrote all of his walls, the name of Ram. You can, wherever you see in the house, each wall, there's the name Ram written there. And one day, Ravan just happened to come to his house, surprise. And he saw that, there's Ram written everywhere. And he became so furious. He became so, how dare you? You are my own brother. And your house is all decorated with the name of Ram. Today is your last day. You don't deserve to live anymore. So, devotees are very clever. Again, this is another quality of a devotee. Devotees are very clever, very intelligent, very sharp. So if you ever want to become intelligent, become devotee of the Lord. All intelligence will come to you. He said, Ravan, why are you angry with me? This is not name of Ram, this is your name. He said, my name clearly says Ram. He says there are two alphabets, Ra and Ma. So Ra refers to Ravan. It is your name. So okay, how about M, Ma? So your good wife, my bhabhi, Mandodari. So Ra means Ravan and Ma means Mandodari. This is your name. My whole house is belonging to you. It is your name. Then Ravan says, oh, very nice, very nice. All my name is here, So Vibhishan was very clever. But then a day came when Ram is, camping outside Lanka to attack Lanka. Then Vibhishan could not take it anymore. He said, he advised he loved Ravan because he was his brother. I said, my dear brother, Ram is the supreme personality of Godhead. No matter how powerful you are, you will be vanquished. Better you return Mother Sita and come and surrender your life to Ram. The demons, one of the shining quality of demon is that they are very proud. They think they have achieved, and whatever they achieved, nobody can take it away from them. Ravan was great, very proud, and in the history we have, some small versions of Ravan here and there, even till today. You'll see some, resemblance of Ravan in some people's character. He was very proud. He said, Vibhishan, get out. I cannot hear, this advice from you. You get out. He said, get out immediately before I change my mind to kill you. So here Vibhishan, if he stayed even few moments more, he would have been killed. So he left the Lanka along with some of his friends. And he went to the place where Ram was camping with his army. And as he entered the camp, he was taken to Ram. And he pleaded to Ram that, my dear Lord, I surrender my life to you. Today, I have no protection, I have no house, I have nothing. But I'm just surrendering myself, my whole existence at your lotus feet. Please accept me. So Ram, being a ideal king, he did not took the decision, on his own. He asked some of his ministers, Sugriv. He says, what do you all think? He is from the enemy's camp. What do you think? So most of them said, Ram, we cannot trust him. He is from the enemy's camp. He might be a spy. We can let him know, stay in our camp. He might take our military secrets back to Ravan. We cannot take this risk. So Ram asked all of his ministers, and everybody said, Ram, not a good decision. Send him back. Then he asked Hanuman, Hanuman, what do you think? So Hanuman said, my lord, when I first went to Lanka, to reconnaissance mission, that time I met Vibhishan. And I can assure you, he's a very sincere devotee, very genuine devotee of yours. You should accept him. So then Ram heard everybody's opinion, and then Ram proclaimed. Now listen this very carefully. He said, I have taken a vow that anybody who surrenders me, I accept him in my shelter. No matter what is his past, how sinful he is, how pious he is, what race he is, what religion he is, what economical background he is, which country he is, or which planet he is. If a living entity once says, my Lord, I am yours, Ram said, I will never reject that person. He said, today Vibhishan is come to take my shelter. I accept him in my shelter. And he said, what to speak of Vibhishan? If today even Ravan comes, saying that, I'm sorry, please take me shelter. He said, he has given me a lot of grief. He has offended me. He's offended my wife Sita. But even if today, if he comes and takes my shelter, I will accept him. Sri Ramchandra Bhagwan ki. So this is the promise of Lord Ramchandra. No matter what we have done, the Lord only wants our sincere surrender. Sincere which comes from the heart. My Lord, from life after life, I have rejected you. I have insulted you. I have ignored you. But now I am yours. I have a very bad track record. I have no good qualities. But from this day on, from this moment on, I am yours. Then Ram has given promise. He will never reject that person. And there is an open promise. Anytime, anybody can surrender. So on this, Dussehra is on Tuesday, but we can, prepare our consciousness from today only. That we learn this first lesson, the love of Lord Ram for his devotees. That Vibhishan was accepted by Lord Ram. And then, let's talk about Mother Sita. The whole battle of Lanka was done for Mother Sita. Ravan kidnapped her and Ram came to rescue her. If Ravan would have simply returned her, they would have been in war. But he did not give Sita back. So Sita, she's actually the source of Mother Durga. Right now there's Navratri going on. And Mother Sita, she is the source of Mother Durga. She is mother. And Ram is our father. But both are mother and father. Time to time they comes to this world to teach us how to live our life. So Mother Sita, although she is Bhagavati herself, She is the energy personified. Nobody can touch Mother Sita. Mother Durga, she is considered the Shakti. She could have destroyed Ravan in a fraction of a second. But here, she is just taking the role of a devotee. Devotee of Ram. So, Mother Sita, she is kidnapped by Ravan. And Ravan had given many offers to her. Said, Sita, right now your husband is a beggar. He's just wandering forest to forest. And I am the great Ravan. I'm a great king. I'm very powerful. All the planets under are my control. People are sometimes, say I'm the prime minister of this country, that country. Ravan had control of all the planets. I'm very beautiful, even though, well, he was 10 heads. So he gave so many temptations to Mother Sita. Mother Sita said, Ravan, I don't care what you offer to me. I've given my life to Ram. No matter what happens to me, but I'll always be loyal to Lord Ram. So this is what we learn from Mother Sita. Again, Mother Sita, she's the ocean of good qualities. But what we learn from her, that in our bhakti, in our devotion, there are times, many temptations will come. But we have to always give priority to our bhakti, our devotion to Ram or Krishna. Sometimes, by the mercy of the Lord, we are blessed with some nice job, business, some reputation in the society. And the first casualty in our life, what happens? Our devotion, we compromise with our devotion. Isn't it? Have you all noticed? In this country of England, if you go to any city in England, you will see a church in about every 1 mile. There is a church. A nice, wonderful church. Nicely built. Because earlier, in England, there was not much wealth. People were simple. They were devoted. And, and they used to go every day to the church. My next door neighbor, he says, even just 50 years back, every Sunday they would go to the church. They'll hear from Bible. And very simple people. But then, our country was blessed with wealth. Now the church is replaced by supermarkets. Every day, every Sunday, where do people go? Supermarket to get some gadgets, curries, what is the latest TV, video game. All this, they are all replaced by, the church is replaced by material enjoyment. So these are all temptations. Many of you are from the Indian background, and of course, even in the Western background. When we were students, we were, I can at least say for myself, when some exams are coming, then you go to the temple, my Lord, my exams are coming. I've done my studies, as much as I can, but please give me a nice, easy question so I can pass. And once I pass, my Lord, I am yours. I'll be your good devotee. And then, the Lord passes you. And the next thing happens, when till the result comes, you are very devoted. The result comes, immediately next day, party. You invite your friends, go to the party, and party, you enjoy. And says, my Lord, thank you. Now, every Sunday I'll come to your temple, I'll hear about your katha. But then after some time, the job comes. Now you have a career ahead of you. You have to put some extra hours. So the first casualty happens is going to temple. We think it is useless. This is it is distraction to my career. Then you say, my Lord, I'll come at least once in a month to your temple. And then you're doing very nice in your career. Your salary is increasing. Now you're increasing 10 times when you joined. And then you're looking for a girl now. Or if you're a girl, you're looking for a husband. And then you get married. And then you have children. Says, my Lord, very busy right now. But I'll come every Janmashtami I'll come to your temple. Then you come every 1 year. And then children are going to the school. They are growing up. You have to pay the school fees. You have so many obligations. And when Janmashtami comes, he says, my Lord, I'll watch Janmashtami on the YouTube. Why did you take birth in the middle of a night? Night time is for my work. You should have taken on a Sunday you should have come at about the evening time. Why did you come at midnight? Then you start watching Janmashtami on YouTube. And this how, as the Lord blesses us, with this nice opulence in our life, the first casualty happens is your devotion. But here we learn from Mother Sita. No matter what offer, what sense gratification or anything of this world is offered to you, her priority was Lord Ram. So we learn from Mother Sita the second lesson, that no matter what in my life, my bhakti, my love for the Lord is the primary, is on top of the list. Anything of this world will take over this priority of my life. Nothing. Nothing means nothing. Nothing of this world. Your priority, you are top of my priority. And we see in this world, those who give priority to the Lord always protects him. He's never, he's never at loss. Here I'll tell you a story which just happened a few years back. In this town of Jaipur, anybody been to Jaipur? Yeah. In Jaipur there is a beautiful temple of Sri Radha Govindji. This is a deity of Sri Rupa Goswami, which was there in Vrindavan, but then it was transferred to Jaipur. And the devotees in Jaipur, people of Jaipur, they love Radha Govindji like anything. Their Mangalarti at 5 o'clock in the morning. And if you go at 5 o'clock, if you go 10 to 5, there is practically nobody in the temple. But at 5 o'clock, the whole temple is full of devotees. We don't know where they look like they come from some secret places, Suddenly, the whole temple is full of devotees. And they sing this beautiful song for Radha Govindji. And there are some nice videos of Indradumna Maharaj's disciples, and they put it on YouTube. You can search Indradumna Maharaj, Jaipur. The people, they're singing nicely, some are crying, some are dancing, and for them, Radha Govindji is the top of their life. Said, "He mare nath hai," in Rajasthani Bhasha, in language they say, "He is my Lord." So there was this person, very nice businessman, very, rich businessman. He comes every day to this Mangal Aarti. So one day he came to the Mangal Aarti and suddenly got a news that your shop is on fire. You should go and do something about it. So he came out of the Aarti and, in his mobile phone or whatever, he called and he said, "What is the status?" He said, "Shop is gone." It's fire, nothing left. So okay, so he went back to the Aarti. And his secretary says, said, "Gee, your shop is burned down." I said, "Burned down, no? So what can I do?" So, but I cannot leave my Govindji alone, So he went back, finishes Aarti, and then after the Aarti, like nothing happened, and he went there, and says, "What has happened?" So this burned down. So okay, Radha Govindji will give me again. So again, that businessman is again back to where he was. Lord, so what do we learn from this? That nothing in our life, should take priority over devotion. Whatever temptation comes to our life, cricket match or football match or whatever, when it comes to Sunday, we should all come to Hare Krishna temple. This is the time we can all sit together and hear about the Lord, chant about the Lord. If you can't make it Sunday, then you should have some time of your day, should be devoted, to the service of the Lord. Like in Hare Krishna, the devotees, they take their vows that they will chant at least 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day. This is their vow. And nothing on their day, can precede that. Mostly we all try to chant in the morning, but if not morning, then afternoon. If not afternoon, then the evening. But you must chant. Then we take the vow of, no meat eating, only take prasadam. So no matter where you are, you should never compromise with your food habit. I know some of our devotees, they won't take any single thing in their mouth if it is not prasad. If it is not prasad, they'll offer it and then they eat it. Recently, some of our devotees, some new guests are saying, "What do you do when you travel? You're a businessman. You go to this. You're in this 5-star hotel, and that kitchen is all meat. How do you do your prasad? You all had this question." I said, "You can go to the shop, have some peanuts, some biscuits, some fruit. If you all try to, be dedicated in our food habits, Krishna will provide. No matter where you are, He will provide. So we should be very dedicated, very determined. So this is the second lesson we learned from Mother Sita. No matter what happens in our life, our devotion is always the top priority. Okay, actually we are past our time, but this is just one last story I'll narrate. The Lord, okay, this is the last lesson for today. What is the first lesson? You already forgot. What is the second lesson we learned from Mother Sita? Yes, beta. He never compromised with devotion. Yeah, that is second lesson. Give a big round of applause to him. At least, thank you, at least you are hearing. And the first lesson, how Lord loves His devotees. Anybody who comes to His shelter, Krishna, Lord accepts him. He always protects him. That is our first lesson. So there are 3 lessons for today. Please remember, otherwise there won't be any prasadam for you. The first lesson, Lord protects His devotees. He loves His devotees. In the example he gave, Vibhishan. Second is, one should never compromise with his devotion. That is learned from Mother Sita. The third one is, Lord always fulfills your desires, your spiritual desires. Even if you have material desire, Lord will fulfill if it is legitimate. So again, this is the story of Vibhishan. So we all heard, Vibhishan, all his life he was in Lanka, and he never had any chance to associate with Lord Ram. And finally, after all these years, he is in, Raman is now vanquished, and Rama has gone back to Ayodhya, and Vibhishan also went along with him. Actually Rama was taken in an aeroplane called Pushpak, which was formerly owned by Ravan. Now it is owned by Vibhishan. So this aeroplane, not like British Airways or that aeroplane, only number of people can come. This aeroplane can expand or contract. If only 2 people are required to go, it will take small shape. If 1,000 people requires to go, it will expand. If million people, it will expand even more. So it's a beautiful, if you ever try to, anybody wants to start an airline business, please name your airline Pushpak Airlines. Lord Ram's blessings will be on you. So then, Vibhishan is in Ayodhya. The Ram is coronated. He is the king of Ayodhya. And then Vibhishan, he just wanted to stay with Ram. He said, my lord, all these years, I was in the custody of Ravan. Now, how can I give up your association? Ram said, okay, stay for a few more days. I said, thank you, Lord. But he stayed long. And then Ram said, Vibhishan, now it's time to go. You have a kingdom to look after. So, my lord, how can I give up your association? I cannot go. And Ram understood his love. He said, he cannot, live without me. So Ram, he gave him his family deity. As in the shloka we heard, that Ram's father was Dussehra, and all generations. So Ram's family was worshipping a form of a Vishnu which was lying down on the Ananta Shesh. Now this deity, you can see this deity here. This deity is actually from Satyuga, when Lord Brahma, he did tapasya, and this deity just appeared from the fire. And this is you cannot even count how many million years old this deity is. It is still there. So Ram, he said, okay, I'll give you this, our family deity. This deity is non different than me. Okay, you take it to Lanka and you can worship it there. So Ram said, this deity will come on its own. You don't have to carry. You just keep walking, and the deity will come behind you. But don't look back till you reach Lanka. Now this story is also one story like Shakshi Gopal. It is similar story. So the Vibhishan is kind of traveling to Lanka, and the deity is coming behind him. And after some days, Vibhishan said, is the deity really following me or not? Let me look at in a side glance whether he's there or not. So he just looked at like this. The deity was there, but then deity stopped at that place. And the deity spoke, and Vibhishan said, come, we have to go to Lanka. He says, no, the condition was that, don't look back. You look back, so I cannot move from here. So, my lord, I will die, in your absence. I cannot live without you. He said, no, condition is condition. I told you not to look back. He looked back, so I'll stay here. That Vibhishan, was completely shattered. And he said, my lord, sorry, please come. He said, okay, let's say make some adjustment. He said, you can come to me every day and worship me. I'll be here only. And I said, my lord, I have so many enemies. My brother was such a tyrant. We have so many enemies. So who will protect my kingdom? So Lord says, I'll reside in such a way that I'll always look at in south direction. So nobody will attack your kingdom. And then Vibhishan, with the tears in his eyes, says, my lord, so be it. So then he goes to Lanka, and then he says, Vibhishan, even till today, he comes to worship this deity every single day. You can't see him, but he comes. And this deity is always looking towards south. Do you know which deity is this? Anybody? It is still there. You can go and take nice darshan. Anybody from South India? Yeah. This is Sri Ranganath Swami. Sri Ranganath Swami ki. This is world's biggest temple right now, in Sri Rang Kshetra. So until today you can go, you can take the darshan. Beautiful deity. I'm pretty sure, if you go and see him, you'll cry. You can see, you can feel the Lord's presence there. So next time when you go to India, please go and visit this temple, Ranganath Swami. So he is lying down, and he is looking towards Lanka. And this is actually was worshipped by Lord Ramchandra. So in this story, we learn that Lord always fulfills your desires. And we also learn one more lesson, that we might be devotee of the Lord, but we have to also look after our social responsibilities. Vibhishan always, said he didn't want to go back to his kingdom. Ram said, you're a king, you have a duty to perform. So sometimes, we want to go to the temple, we want to go to the yatra, but again we have to come back, do our job, our business, look after our families, pay our bills and, pay our taxes, and be nice citizen. All these are our duties. So we have to balance our life. One extreme is there, we are totally engrossed in our materialistic social activities. Another extreme is that we ignore them and just stay in the temple and chant Hare Krishna. It's good, but we have to balance. So Vibhishan was that example of balance. That we learn from Vibhishan, this one is that Lord always fulfills your desire, but then you have to do your duties as well. Okay, shall I tell one more story? Yeah, you're okay? You're still awake? At least you two are awake. This last story, like how Lord always fulfills devotees' desires. And Lord, He never wants to see His devotee in any trouble. Lord doesn't like His devotee in trouble. So while Lord Ramchandra was in Ayodhya, every Ayodhyavasi, every citizen of Ayodhya, they loved Ram like anything. They will just come to the assembly of Lord Ramchandra's kingdom, his palace, just to see him. Like we go to temple and take darshan, they just go to see Ram and then come back. Nothing. Just go and see and come back. And there was this one Brahman. He loved Ram so much. So he will not eat till he has taken darshan of Ram. So we'll go in the morning, take the darshan of Ram, then come back, then he'll eat. And Ram knew that, every day, he's coming and, he's taking my darshan. So Ram being a king, one day, he had to go out of Ayodhya for some business. So Ram went, and then the next day this Brahman came, and there was no Ram. So, he went back home and he fasted. And again next day he came, and Ram still did not return from his business trip. So again went back home. Till second day, didn't eat anything. The third day, the fourth day, fifth day, many days passed. Ram did not return. And by this time, this Brahman was very weak, lost all his energy from his body. And finally, after some days, Ram returned. And this Brahman came to see him. And Ram said, "Who are you?" He said, "I'm so and so." He said, "What happened to you? Why are you like this?" He says, "No, my lord, I'm material body, it is like this." He didn't say, "No, Rama did not eat because I did not see you." He was not proud. So just one of his ministers said, "My lord, he has taken a vow that unless he sees you in a day, he won't eat. So last few days you were not here, so he did not eat." And Ram said, "Crazy devotee." You shouldn't do like this. So then Ram, he gave his own deity. Personally, Ram gave his own deity. He said, this is the deity. This deity is none different than me. So you are welcome to see me and come and see me every day. But when I'm not here, because in the future I might have to go again. Ram, he ruled Ayodhya for 36,000 years. So, out of 36,000 years, there are many times, he had to leave Ayodhya, because he's a king. Says, when I'm not here, you take darshan of this deity, and then you can take your prasad. So this is another lesson from the Lord's devotees. The Lord, he loves his devotees. And when his devotees are also glorious, they will never compromise with his devotion. So my dear friends, these are some of the, some very small pastimes of Lord Ramchandra's, Leela, Ram Leela. After this, after the battle of Lanka, then Lord goes to Ayodhya. The day he arrives in Ayodhya, this is the day, biggest festival in the year. Anybody remembers that day? What that day is? Diwali. This is the day when Ram returns to Ayodhya. Again, that whole story of Ram returning to Ayodhya and how Bharat receives Lord Ramchandra, how Ramchandra is coronated as king. Glorious pastimes, glorious pastimes. Many stories are coming in my head, but we have to stop here. Maybe during Diwali time, we'll narrate those stories of Ram again. How he is interacting with his devotees in Ayodhya. So those places are still there. Ayodhya is still there. That it's a huge temple is under construction in Ayodhya right now. When Ram was born, that temple is under construction. Next year it will be inaugurated. The place where Lord Ram stayed in Panchavati, where Lakshman chopped off Surpanka's nose. That city, the whole city is named after that pastime. That city is called Nasik. This is Nasika. This is called Nasika. So Lakshman chopped off this part of Surpanka. So because of that pastime, the whole city is now named Nasik. And that place is still there. And Lord traveled from Panchavati, from Ayodhya, he went to Dandakaranya, and then Dandakaranya to Panchavati. And then again, in search of Mother Sita, he traveled all the way to south. And many of those places are still there. On his journey, he came to see this wonderful lady called Shabari. That place is still there, called Pampa Sarovar. The cave where she used to live, it is still there. The place where Lord Ramchandra met Sugriv, that cave is still there. The place where Hanuman was born, it is still there. The place where Lord Ramchandra built the bridge to Lanka, it is still there. It is called Dhanush Tirtha. Anybody to this place called Dhanush Tirtha? Dhanushkodi. Dhanushkodi. You been there? Yeah, near Rameshwaram. Yeah. Most beautiful place in the world. I can't even describe, how beautiful is that place. We went to that place when my son Balram was about 9 months old, and then we took a bath there. He said, anybody who takes bath at Dhanush Tirtha or Dhanush Kodi never takes his birth again, provided you live devotional life. And you take a bath, and then, go crazy, I think it might still work, you'll have to go to, rehabilitation course. So this Ram's pastime places are still there. You can still go there. Ram appeared in Treta Yuga, which is quite a few millions years back, but these places are still there. And if you go there, you can take, the energy of that place. And most wonderful thing you can do when you go to this place, sit down at that place and hear about lost pastime, what happened there. And that pastime will enter straight into your heart. And you will never leave there. Like last time I just spoke about Dhanush Tirtha. My mind still immediately went there. I can still, visualize that beach, that wind, that salty air. I can still remember that. I can still remember the cave of Shabri. I went few meters inside. It's quite deep, so then came out. So we should all go there. In a lifetime, we all go to visit many places. So if you like to travel to these holy places. And they will just enter into our heart. We'll never forget those places. So someday we'll all go together. There's a place where, I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit crazy over time. There's a place called Hampi in Karnataka. This is the place where Sugriv's kingdom was there. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. My dear friends, in your life, you should make a vow that you should not die before visiting this place. Beautiful place. You can Ram, where the Rams met Sugriv, that cave is still there. Hanuman's birthplace is still there. Beautiful places there. You should visit that place, Hampi. So just before we conclude our class, let's make a prayers. On Tuesday's Dussehra. So we should pray to Lord Ram. So let's close our eyes, and pray from the core of our heart to Lord Ram. Oh Ram, please come and liberate me from the clutches of Ravan. I am all lost and weak without your mercy. I do not have any good quality like your best devotee, like Vibhishan. But as you accepted Vibhishan, please accept me in your service. O Ram, I am yours, I am yours, I am yours. So we should pray to Ram. The core of our heart, just surrender to Ram. As you said earlier, the Ram, he always accepts anyone who sincerely surrenders to his lotus feet. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Ritai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Anybody's anything to add into today's discussion? Any comment? Any question? Any correction? Okay, so we'll stop here. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Goswami iti namine Namo Vishnu Padaya. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pastyatya Deshatarine. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jayo Shri Krishna Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Shri Radhe. Jayo Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman, Jayo Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman. Jayo Krishna Balaram, Jayo Krishna Balaram, Jayo Krishna Balaram, Jayo Krishna Balaram. Jayo Panchatattva, Jayo Panchatattva, Jayo Panchatattva, Jayo Panchatattva. Jayo Gauranitai, Jayo Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jayo Gauranitai. Jayo Jayo Prabhupada, 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 Jayo Jayo Prabhupada. Jayo Jayo Prabhupada, 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 Jayo Jayo Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Shri Ram Sankirtan ki jai, Shri Ram Sita Lakshman Hanuman ki jai.
Jayam Vishnupad Paramhansa Privajacharya Stotra Shatish Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarvind Bhakti Vedanta Samashila Prabhupada ki jai. Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki jai. प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुन राधा कुन श्री गिरि गोवर्धन की। श्री वृंदावन धाम की। श्री नरसिंहदेव भगवान की। गौर अनंत निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. So before you go to the nursing prayers, one or two quick very announcements. This, of course, Tuesday is Dussehra day. So, you can celebrate at your home or wherever, you feel like you can celebrate at your place. On Friday, it's a Sarad Purnima. This is the day when Krishna had Ras Leela, with the gopis. Also, this is the day, beginning of Damodar month. So it's a whole month. It is said like, every year we have a Christmas sale or, New Year sale. So this Damodar month is the sale of holy name. So it is said in this month, whatever spiritual activity you do, it is multiplied by 1,000 times. So it is starting from this Friday. So from this day onwards, every day we offer a special prayers called Damodar prayers. This is the prayers of actually Krishna being punished by his mother Yashoda. So we'll throughout the next whole month we narrate the story of Damodar, and we offer this nice lamp, candle to Krishna. So on Friday we'll have a program at 7:30 in the temple. This being the first day, we'll have the Damodar prayers in the temple. So you are most welcome to join us. It'll go till about 7:30 till about 8:15. About 45 minutes will be here. And then you can also, do prayers at your home also. We'll try to give you, anybody who comes here, we'll give you a leaflet, on how to recite those prayers and how to do candles and all. So you can do it at your home also. If you want to invite devotees at your house to do these Damodar prayers at your house, please let us know. Any weekdays, you can invite your friends and family, and we can come and do these Damodar prayers at your house. So this is starting at this Friday. And again on Sunday, we'll have a special devotee coming. We'll be talking about Lord Damodar. And we'll be having the Damodar prayers in afternoon as well, with the lamp offering. And for the next rest of the month, Diwali, Govardhan Puja, many festivals are coming. So please be alert. If you look here and there, and you might miss one festival. So all festivities are coming now. One more humble request to all of you, especially from this our Mayapureshwari Mataji. Her, she comes, she's one of our very core member of our team. Her father, he's on his last days of living this world. She has requested all the devotees to pray for him, that that he goes ultimately to the service of Krishna. So our today's Kirtan is dedicated for his safe journey back to Godhead. And now we're going to sing nursing prayers as well. So I request all of you that sing nursing prayers, and in your prayers, please keep her father in your prayers, so that he makes his journey back to Godhead very safely. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladala datahine. Hiranyakashi Bhurvaksha. Shila Tanka Nakalaye. Ito Nasimha Bharato Nasimha. Yato Yamitato Nasimha. Bahe Nasimho Hridaye Nasimho. Narasim Apadim Sharanam Prapate. Tavakara Kamalavare Nakam अद्भुत श्रृंगार दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृंगा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल नरसिम्हा देव की प्रहलाद महाराज की प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नाम ब्रह्मणि वैष्णवे सर्व पुण्यवतां राजं विश्वासोन विजायते शरीरार विद्याजाल जड़ेन्द्रिय ताहे कर जीवे फेले विषय सागरे तारमच्चिवाति लोभो माय सुदुर्मति ताके जेता कठिन संसारे कृष्ण बड़ो दयामय घोर बाय जीव जाय स्वाप्रसादमतिरो भाई से नामृत पाओ राधा कृष्ण को न गाओ प्रेम राको चैतन्य निताय जय निमाय जय निताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे महाप्रसादम की महाप्रसादम makes upset. Mahaprasadam is upset.
Hare Krishna, thank you all very much. We'll see you again on Friday. If not Friday, on Sunday we'll see you again. So Prasadam is served upstairs. Please make your way upstairs. Hare Krishna.